Feel free to pause the video anytime you need to write the answer down. Say the word computer, and you might think of games and online chatting with friends. It is so much more. A computer is also a valuable tool that can extend your imagination and help you create new things. Combined with internet access, computers open the door to a whole world of information, communities, and ideas. The internet offers many advantages, and it is a privilege that comes with responsibility and a few cautions. Personal safety, spam, and other email you don't want. Young people, like adults, receive annoying emails. Some are ads and some are just offensive. If someone keeps sending messages you don't like, you can block that person's messages from reaching your mailbox. If you receive messages that scare you or contain inappropriate material, tell an adult. It's hard to get rid of spam completely. To prevent it, don't supply your email address when you fill out forms on websites. Don't put your email address on your own website. Protect yourself and your family. You can't see the people talking to you in an email or an online chat room or discussion group. Strangers may seem very friendly, and probably they are just who they say they are. Sometimes over the internet, adults pretend to be kids your age to make you trust them. The fact that 1 in 5 kids has received a sexual message over the internet means you need to be savvy about email and other internet communication. Being cautious is being smart. Never give out personal information about yourself or your family. Don't give your name, address, email address, phone number, school name, or picture to anyone you meet online. Don't post your name or address on a website. Some people set up sites that aren't what they seem to be. Report anything suspicious to an adult. And if you make a new friend online, don't ever agree to meeting with that person unless an adult you trust is with you. Some people lie about their age and try to take advantage of kids. Keep your password private. Passwords are set up to protect your computer and your files. Don't share passwords, not even with your friends. If you get on a site that is obviously inappropriate, quit the browser and tell an adult. This is not your fault. Sometimes just by misspelling a word in a search, you end up in weird places. Computer safety and viruses. A virus is a computer program that was written to access your computer without your knowledge or permission. Viruses often arrive as an attachment to an email that may look like it's coming from someone you know. The email might say something like, "Look at this," and when you open the attachment, it infects your computer. A virus can spread quickly by sending a copy of itself as an email attachment to everybody in your address book. Viruses don't just come via email. They can enter your system through any outside source, such as a shared file, a diskette, or a website. They might cause damage to your hardware, your software, and your files. Most places that students use computers have rules and software to watch for viruses and get rid of them. You can help by playing it safe, and if you aren't sure about something, ask an adult. The things to do for your computer safety. Use a virus protection software and update it regularly. Follow the rules. If you aren't supposed to download files, don't do it. And use the original CD or disk when you install software. Things not to do: open an email attachment unless you know whom it's from and exactly what it is. Download files without permission. And disable virus protection software. Part 2. Internet Ethics. The Internet is an important part of life in the 21st century. It can be thought of as a large community. As with all communities, certain rules of behavior are followed. Computer conduct and ethics are no different from good manners in your everyday life, as a member of a family and of your local community. Netiquette. Chat rooms, discussion groups, email, and instant messaging are easy, fun, and can be educational. Sometimes, especially when people start arguing, though, it can be intense. Be considerate. All people can see in these exchanges is the computer screen. It is very easy to misinterpret meaning, especially when people kid around, start joking, and use sarcasm. The body language and tone of voice that delivers a joke is missing online, and it's easy for people to misunderstand and get upset. Even if you are excited or angry, don't type something on the screen that you wouldn't say to someone's face. Also, remember that anything you send out of your mailbox can be copied and sent to the world. Off-limits websites. There are places on the internet that kids aren't supposed to go. Some of these sites are for adults and have warnings that anyone using the site should be an adult. Some websites have passwords that protect them from people who aren't supposed to be there. Going where you aren't supposed to go could get you in trouble, make you uncomfortable, or be illegal. Stay safe and legal. Never use a password that doesn't belong to you to go somewhere you are not supposed to be. Never break the rules about using computers at your school or club. And never lie about your age. Intellectual property. Intellectual property includes all kinds of things people create: music, books, plays, movies, and computer software. Copying this property off the internet without the owner's express permission is stealing, and it is illegal. People who do it are called pirates. Plagiarism is copying material directly from books or from the internet without showing where you got it. You are allowed to quote from other people's work, but when you do, you must give credit. If you borrow images or sound, then be sure to give the artists credit by naming your source. With so much information available these days on the internet, it's tempting for some students to take the easy way out by copying material created by someone else and using that material in the student's own projects without giving credit to the real author. This is just as dishonest as copying someone else's paper or cheating on a test. Borrowing or stealing. Some things from the internet can be used legally in all cases. Some things can be used under certain circumstances, and some things may never be used. You can always use pictures or music that you create yourself, words that you have written, and things you have gotten permission to use. It's always wrong to download words, pictures, movies, software, or songs without paying when you're supposed to pay, and it's also wrong to plagiarize. Be honest. Show what material in your project was copied and tell where it was copied from. Explain others' ideas in your own words by mixing the borrowed ideas with your own ideas to fit the needs of your project. Freeware and shareware. There are lots of software tools you can use in your projects. Many of them must be purchased in a store, from a catalog, or paid for with a credit card online. Some software is designed by individual programmers and shared online. This software is often called shareware. You are expected to pay the author a reasonable amount of money to use this software. There is also freeware or open source software. Both may be downloaded and used for free. Open source software authors and users agree to share any improvements they make with all other users. You can even sell improved versions of the software. This way the software keeps getting better and everyone benefits. What can you use legally? Even if you properly credit the source of pictures or words you get from others, there are limits. Because you are a student doing projects for your own personal use and you won't be trying to sell your project to anyone, you are allowed to use certain things in your project. This is called fair use. Fair use rules. You may use a maximum of 30 seconds of any song. You may integrate parts of a lawfully acquired copyright work, this means you bought it, into your multimedia or video project. You may use up to 10% of the material, but no more than 3 minutes. You may use a single photograph from a collection. You may not use more than 5 photographs from a single artist. You are allowed to use that material because of the fair use part of the copyright law. But if you are going to sell or publish your project for widespread use, you would need to get permission to use the material from the person or company that owns the copyright. Remember, plagiarism is the same whether it's copying material from books or from the internet. You are allowed to quote from other people's work, but when you do, you must give credit. If you borrow images and sound, then be sure to give credit by citing or naming your sources.
Alright, in this part of the video, you will be required to find 3 internet safety sites and add those either to your favorites list or to your mobile bookmarking site. So I'm going to show you how to do the first one. And what I'm going to do is go into Google, and I typed in internet safety sites, and I want to actually try to find some internet safety sites that are kid friendly. So as I scroll through here, you'll see where I visited. I found a result, and you don't have to use this. You can kind of go out on your own and try to find your own, but this is actually where I started. And in fact, I really want you to try to pick ones that I don't pick for this video. So as we go into Google and we start looking for some internet safety sites, and there are numerous safety sites out there that would work. I'm just going to kind of read about it, and I'm familiar with the NetSmarts Kids. This is a great internet safety site. It has some pretty cool features to it. But I'm actually going to go into the site, and I want to add this to my favorites list to start off with. You can do this one of 2 ways. And I'm going to go ahead and mute Mr. NetSmarts there. As we get into our safety site, you will right-click on top of the web address here at the top and simply copy it. Now what I'm going to do first of all, and you can do this if you want, so that you'll have those later for your